I learned a lot about editing. There's a lot of subtle nuances to it that I didn't realize before. Just how much you can do to a story to change it, to keep it the writers, but also improve it and make it better. You have to kind of walk a fine line there. And by learning how to do that, it makes me a better writer, not only a better editor, but working with our reporters, helping them be better writers, showing them mistakes that I've made in the past, showing them mistakes that have been pointing out to me by the other editors.
I mean, you can learn the theories, you can learn what words mean, but I mean, you really don't understand something until you actually do it. And I think the Clarion has really given me the opportunity to do that, to really, learn not only how to write journalistically, AP style, how to manage, but it's really taught me a lot about life, itself. As cheesy as that sounds, I've learned, like he said, how to be a better person, how to, talk to people easier, not be so shy, not be so stuck in my shell so much.
A lot. Number one, I learned how to have my work criticized. Before that, I really didn't. I was really apprehensive about having people read what I wrote.
I would say one of the things that I learned the most from working in my current position is to take initiative and to take responsibility for my actions and to just be more confident in myself. I didn't have a lot of confidence making a lot of advertising decisions about who could have space if they were past the deadline, or what kind of promotions we should be following up on, and what kinds of opportunities we should be looking into.
But to really communicate back and forth with people, especially the editors and everything, and then definitely design skills. Like just like the little bit of things like paying attention to detail, layout, how to quickly get things finished, really.
I learned a lot of real world experience, and especially like working with the paper and the last minute pain in the butt, waiting for things to be turned in and just sitting there twiddling your thumbs, how to deal with that. Yeah, patience, thank you, that's the word.
Reporting, journalistic writing is just a small part of what we do here. If you're interested in graphics or ad design or visual communication majors, they would benefit from the Clarion, because we do hire designers. That the entire side of the Clarion is done not by writers, but by people in the design department.
I mean, really, the Clarion can give anybody the opportunity to grow and to learn, as long as they're willing to. You learn how to meet a deadline, how to be a team player.
With only a few months left in Whitney's tenure as an editor, she came to me one day and said, "Let's do a broadcast." And I said, "Are you kidding me? We've got 3 months left and we've never done that before." And a month later, we had it down as a weekly process. It may not be the best out there, but for what we have, I think it's really, really good. We've learned a lot from it. I had no idea how to do anything when it came to live broadcast journalism, and now I feel like at least I know the basics.
You get a lot more out of being a part of the Clarion because you get to see what all Sinclair does. And it's better, I think, than just sitting in your class and having people explain to you about their real-world experiences.
Definitely. I think in any experience, you get out of it what you put in. So the first step in any journey is the first step. So you just take a step, and the Clarion gives you a chance to kind of start slowly and work your way up. So once you start, you're able to kind of pan around and find your focus and move up from there.
Just a completely different type of design, and it even helps you with projects and everything. Some of your projects may look like a newspaper design, because I've gotten those comments before, but it just helps you to pay attention to little things.
I think that you can learn more working with the Clarion as a student employee than you can actually in the classroom. I mean, you get a lot of education through the classroom, but you get more on-job training, more knowledge about it when you actually do it. Absolutely.
Because I know a lot of people get hired from the Clarion. When they do get hired, they say, "Oh, you have all those deadlines you make, and you're actually producing something every week that gets printed. Thousands of copies get printed." So we have that experience that no one else really has.
Stay focused. stay focused, stay on top of your game, make lots of to-do lists. Keep the reader in mind as a first priority, because other people don't have that as their first priority. Other people come in with an agenda, and other people come in and they don't understand journalism. People get public relations and journalism confused a lot of the time.
But that's the most important thing. You have to put a paper out every week, once a week, no matter what. And no matter what it takes to do that, that's what you have to do. We never missed an issue. And to be able to say that, you come out every week, well, you shouldn't miss an issue. It's not as easy as it sounds, and it's going to be hard, and it's going to be frustrating, and you're going to get stressed. But it all evens out in the end, I promise.
Don't be afraid to ask questions, always.
I would say have an open mind and be confident.
Yeah, be confident. And it's okay to kind of, sit back and observe for a minute and kind of see how people react to you. But then don't be afraid to step out and do more than what you thought you could do.
And it's okay to make mistakes too. A lot of times when a mistake happened here, I would feel like I just ruined everything and everything was gonna fall apart. And then later I look back and realize, well, maybe it wasn't so bad, but now I know what to do next time.
You need to be assertive and just kind of tell them what you need when you need it. And don't be afraid to communicate with them. Because I know when I first started working here, I didn't even talk to Whitney. And Patrick always did, and I was the assistant, and I was just nervous. And so then when it was time for me to actually do that, I was kind of still nervous about it. So just always be upfront with them, I guess, and feel like you can talk to them as you can.
Communication is always key, but at the same time, don't be afraid to be creative and think outside of the box on pages, especially that are not template oriented. Just be yourself, be creative, and communicate.
Distributing. I'll say it. I started as the distribution coordinator, and I didn't really move up into advertising until I started noticing the different marketing things we could be doing with the stands, where to put them, where people were getting the most papers from. But I'll tell you, distributing has been my most favorite part, going across campus every week and putting the papers out and meeting people and seeing people who are waiting. There's staff members, faculty members who wait to see you come around with the cart, and they'll be like, "Oh, do you have my paper this week?"
Oh yeah,
So
that's a couple times. That is really cool.
It's definitely fun. It's my favorite part.
Mine was being in the office. It makes you feel like you're supposed to be somewhere. You just feel like you're a part of something bigger.
For sure.
Absolutely, the relationships.
But then just designing something different, and I never would have thought you would have designed. I think it's kind of cool.
Having a little bit more freedom with what's being put on, like when you work on the front page, you have more freedom for the illustrations or whatever the case is.
And it's actually pretty cool to walk around the campus and see something you designed.
Yeah,
We're looking at density.
That's awesome. I remember the first paper that I did where the front page was sitting on the rack, and I was like, oh, I did that.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
I am going to miss a lot about every little part that goes into doing this. You're going to have to drag me out of this office by my teeth and nails, because this has become a second family, a second home.
I've grown to love every person, every day that I come in here and work. It's really given me something to look forward to in the morning. I mean, I may have to wake up at 7 in the morning and drive an hour to get here, but that doesn't matter because I'm coming in and I really feel like I'm making a difference in the campus. I really like hearing people's feedback, whether it's good or bad. That feels really good. I can't really say what I'm going to miss the most because truly I'm going to miss everything.